من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, as usual, we start with a hadith. The hadith for this week is from none other than Lady Fatima al-Zahra salamullah alayha, narrated by her son Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba alayhi salam. And the hadith is very famous, but I want to have us reflect on it from different angles and perhaps understand it from different perspectives. So the hadith is al-jar thumma ad-dar. So she says that I learned from my father Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, neighbor then the house. Al-jar thumma ad-dar. Let's not get it wrong. I once heard a speaker, I won't call them a scholar, who suggested the other way around. I won't even say it so that I won't cause any confusion. But he literally said the other way. So al-jar thumma ad-dar is the right one. Yeah, jar being neighbor and dar being the house. So your neighbor, then your house. This is the hadith, very famous, very, in fact, commonly recited and memorized by many people. However, I want us to reflect on it from different perspectives and understand it from different angles. So before I share my few lines or opinion on this or my perspective on it, I wanted to hear from mu'mineen and mu'minat your perspective on this hadith. Al-jar thumma ad-dar, then the house. So what is your understanding of it or perspective on this hadith? Anyone? Yes.
I think this hadith really, to me, what it means is that the neighbors are so important that even more than before you have something for yourself, you should first think of your neighbor. But then this also makes me think, where are we today when we hardly know who our neighbors are? We probably know one or two, but I know Rasulullah had said 40 houses
from every,
or maybe more.
From every direction.
So how are we ever going to achieve that? And especially living in a country which is different. So, but I'm glad you reminded us of this.
Thank you. So just to reiterate, just in case some did not hear. So one is it displays how important the neighbor is, so important that you have to put them before yourself. And obviously the lacking that is within our communities, lack of practice when it comes to this hadith. Many of us don't know our neighbors. If we do, we may know one or two, when we are supposed to know 40 from each direction. And that could be a challenge, especially in today's society in general. It's not just here. In general, things are changing, especially in bigger cities, as people come from different backgrounds and ethnicities, and in some cases languages. And so it becomes a challenge, but yes, it is still there, the hadith is there, and it's not, it does not change with time. That's my understanding. But anyone else wants to share? Yes?
Don't be selfish.
Ahsant, to avoid selfishness.
Because neighbors here, we have some Islamophobe neighbors sometimes. So I don't know how to deal with them, but primarily don't be selfish.
Ahsantum. So yes, in some cases, some of us may have neighbors who are not so hospitable and might be somewhat hostile with perhaps Islamophobia or even just hostile to anyone who is different, slightly different in their color or political affiliations and so on. So how do we deal with that? But the concept of sacrifice versus selfishness. So this is all about building up within us the concept of sacrifice. Very good. Anyone else? So since we are supposed to, yes.
I just want to say, in general, every thing a Muslim does, Islam taught us to do it in group. Prayer, everything is in a group.
Yes.
For example, in a prayer, they say so many salawats for when you do it in a group salat where the angels can try it.
Ahsant.
Maybe that's another thing, because when we are in our house, we feel comfortable to be alone. Maybe that's another reason. That's the job of the dog is get out of the house, connect to your community, people around you.
Ahsant.
That could be the
Ahsant. So your perspective, or one of the perspectives you see in it, is that we break free from our comfort zone and connect with our neighbors, just like we're meant to pray in jama'ah, in congregation, even though some may feel more spiritual, so to speak, when they pray by themselves, yet we are told pray together, and when we have bigger numbers coming together, the rewards are abundant to the point that not even angels can actually record those rewards. And now you're linking the two together and suggest that it's about connecting and breaking free from our little bubble or comfort zone. Very good, Ahsan. Just in interest of time, I will try and summarize and finish inshallah. However, this is a very deep conversation, and the hadith has multi-dimensions. But one of the ways I see it is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us, mankind, as social beings. And in order to have healthy relationships, we have to start from the smaller circle and then build from there. So most of us find it easy because naturally Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God has put some levels of natural or perhaps instinctive love and sacrifice when it comes to family. So in the family, a mother will not find it difficult to sacrifice for her children, or a father for his children, or for his family. The father sacrifices for the family, works so hard, is so patient with his wife, with his children, or should be at least, patient, forgiving, and so on. And so within the family, it's a little easier. And this is, and we very quickly realize that if we want to have a healthy home, we should have healthy relationships in the family. So in order for me to have, to be happy, live happily and live peacefully in my home, I should be patient, forgiving, loving, caring, kind with my spouse and with my children. We figure that out automatically, inshallah, hopefully. However, to go beyond that, and this is how we build on from there. So, we start with the small circle or small cell, which is the family, and then we go to the society. The immediate connection with the society, outside world, beyond our circle of family, is the neighbor. If we cannot figure that one out, to the point that Sister made, how important the neighbor is, that you have to learn to sacrifice for them. Just like you sacrifice for your children, for your family, you need to learn to sacrifice for your neighbors as well. Because now we want to have healthy society. Healthy family, we sacrifice for each other because we love each other. Healthy society, we have to do the same. Sacrifice for each other. Be kind towards one another. And make that circle big. 40 is just a suggestive number, because it could be way more than that. Those who you interact with, you go shopping and you bump into certain people often. These become like your neighbors. So you need to love them, be kind to them, sacrifice for them, put them before yourself. If we are able to get to that level, that's when we have a healthy society. This is why al-jar thumma ad-dar. If we can treat the bigger society like, or our neighborhood at least, like we treat our immediate family, and hopefully we treat them right, then we will have a healthy neighborhood and essentially healthy society. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ahsanallahu ilaykum.